Hi guys, welcome to our another stream. I welcome you again from the Complete Financial Analytical team. My name is Akash Malhotra and I'll be your financial analyst for today's session. I'm very excited. There are a lot of things which has been happening in the market. I would love to tell you about that. Unfortunately, Mr. Hemanji is not there for today, so I'll be conducting webinar on his behalf. So I welcome you again from the financial analyst team. Guys, tell me how are you doing and how is your trading going on so far? If you have any question, first of all, before beginning the conversation with you guys, let me tell you today today's stream will be dedicated into or split into the two half. The first session will be dedicated on talking about the financial market, and the second session will be dedicated on the live trading part, which will be doing absolutely. In fact, I love today's session because today we'll be taking some live trades on one of my favorite trading strategy, which is the jackar strategy. If you have any questions in your mind, and if you feeling to ask any question regarding platform, may it be anything in particular with respect to trading, you have a complete section available on the comment section. You can comment and we can have a conversation on that part. So welcome you again once again. Guys, today's session or today's stream will be held in the English language. As you can see, the session has been started on the global channel, but just in case if you are looking out for the Indian channel, you can go ahead on YouTube and search Olymp Trade India. On the very first link you will see Olymp Trade India. Subscribe to that channel, and there my colleagues are also conducting webinars in Hindi language. So let me go through your comments. If you have any question, please feel free to ask me. I will be assisting you on the different parts. Mr. Venki said, hello sir. Hello Mr. Venki, how are you doing? Akshit ji said, hi. Hello Akshit ji, once again welcome to the session. Mr. Shiva Kumar ji said, hi. Hello Mr. Kumar. Kuldeep ji said, sir, Hindi channel kaun sa hai? Okay, so as I told you, sir, you can go ahead on Olymp Trade YouTube and search Olymp Trade India, and then you will find an Olymp Trade Indian channel, and there my colleagues do take some live stream there. Do also take some live trading there. Mr. MH Gaming said, hi Akasa, welcome sir, welcome to the session. Sorry, last week I missed your stream. Nothing to worry about. You still have a chance to watch the live stream. That's the best part about it. You can watch anytime if you want to watch the stream, sir. So yeah, we will be talking about the financial market, and here are the trades which you can see in my which I have executed in my trading hour. There are a lot of factors which are involving in the market right now. I'll be giving you very thorough information about each and every indicator which we'll be using for today, and we'll try to give you some sort of forex advice as well. So guys, let me know in the comment section which area do you like more in trading. Is it the fixed time trade mode, or do you like forex trading more compared to the fixed time trading? Let me know into the comment section. Fixed time trading or forex trading? We'll be talking about okay, and at the same time I would also like to ask you guys, feel free to give us feedbacks. Now feedbacks are very important. As a broker, we need to improvise ourselves according to the client's demand. We have been working from 2014, and what we are doing is we are trying to improvise every way of trading, and we want to make this trading journey a lot smoother to you, and that is one way we are collecting all the feedback from your end. So feel free, if you have any questions, any suggestions, you have our comment session. Let's just suppose if you are waiting for some sort of indicators and oscillators, which one is your favorite, and you want to use it on Olymp Trade, there is no option for that, then you can type it in the comment section. I'll make sure that your comments reach to our product team, and hopefully in the upcoming time they will be adding those features for you. Mr. Adarsh ji said, hi. Hello Adarsh ji, how are you doing? Mr. Sardar Sharif ji said, hello sir. MAA sir said, sir, please help me. I would love to help you, sir. Please let me know on what part you are willing or you are asking for the help. Mr. Ranjinath ji said, how much profit can I make on a daily basis? How much margin should I fix as a profit as a daily basis? I deposited 1 lakh so far. Mr. Ranjit, it doesn't matter how much amount you deposit unless you have experience in trading. You should know how, like everybody should know how to make money in the financial market. Now that is why we as a financial analyst will try to be into this conversation. I'll try to help you to the best possible extent. Right now the value of Brent has been decreasing. This is what we have estimated. Let's close the trade as of now. We made enough profit on this, around 32,000 rupees profit is what we made on this, and I executed around 100 rupees trade, on which I think around 22% profit is what we made. So we catch the trend from both ends. We catch the trend from bottom as well as from the top. This is what I was predicting from the market. So I will be teaching you about that, how I was efficiently able to determine whether the value of Brent would be increasing or decreasing. Anyway, so going back to the Mr. Ranjinath's sir's question. So as I told you, our objective is learning first. It doesn't matter how much amount of money that you deposit in your trading. Now, if you are looking out for a regular profit, we can do that. But in order to do that, we have to stick to the disciplines. Proper risk and money management, right? So if you're looking out for profit for each and every day basis, right? 5 to 10% of whatever capital that you have in your trading account would be more than sufficient for you guys. Trading on, once you reach the goal, I would consider take a step back, pause the trading, or go with the lower volume possible from your end. Always take trades amount. So if you'll see, I do have like around $39,000 in my trading account, USDT. I don't really take trades with the very higher volume unless and until I'm very confident whether the trade would be profitable or not, or whether there's a good signal or not. Selecting a proper time and reading the candle. This is what matters a lot. In every stream I usually tell my clients, if you're a beginner, if you don't know anything about trading, what I would recommend you is, first of all, learn the candlestick formation. Our product team already developed a way to understand this. So you can go to this, if you'll see, there is a help option here. You click on here and then go to support option here you can click on the education session, right? Forgive me. On the education session, you can type candlestick formation, or you just can write candlestick, and everything written there will be in terms of Japanese candle, and you can read them and get a knowledge about that according to your way. Okay. And then once you learn the candlestick formation, go to price action. In price action, you can search Investopedia. In Investopedia, this is a site where it contains a lot of articles regarding trading. So you can search there regarding price action and everything. Everything is available on your fingertips, guys. Mr. Venki said, fine, sir. Great. Mr. Freedom ji said he liked fixed time trading more. Yeah, I think majority of the people do like fixed time trading because of the profitability. I think in the very small or few number of times you will be able to make a humongous amount of profit using fixed time trade, and that is why a lot of traders do prefer trading in fixed time trading mode. So this is my trading history. Yesterday and day before yesterday, I am completely trying a very new trading strategy, and I was trying to understand what could be the factors in order to increase your more trading rates or profitable trades. So which is what we will be doing for today. We'll be taking some live trades in my trading account. Kuldeep ji said, sir, last second पर loss क्यों हो जाता है? Sir, this is very unfortunate to hear. A lot of people try to take trades for the smaller duration. See guys, if you'll see my trading history, there will be not a single trade which I have taken on the 5 seconds duration. You can check my trading history. Smaller time durations are considered as a very volatile time duration, because these time durations especially are being loved by the traders who love taking trades in the smaller time frame, right? But there is always repercussions of that. If you try to take trades with a very small time duration, there is a possibility that trade can go for the toss in the last second. So therefore what I usually do, I usually follow 1:2/3 formation. That means if I'm watching a candle for a minute duration, my trading time should be double or triple of it. That means 2 to 3 minutes duration. My candle viewing time is 1 minute duration, and my trading time would be 2 to 3 minutes duration. This is what I have been trying to implement in my trading account, and I have been able to do it very successfully, guys. Okay, let me go to your questions, guys. I'm very sorry, I'm very overwhelmed by your comments. First of all, thank you very much for being very attentive into the conversation. This is what I basically like. The only objective of mine every time when I join this webinar is to have a word with you guys. There is an indirect way of communication. I wish you if you are able to join advanced or expert status, make sure you join a personal session with me or my colleagues. But in the meantime, what I usually do, I try to schedule the session, and with the webinar part, it's an excellent way to have a conversation with you, reading your comments and giving you some insightful ideas about trading. So yeah, that is what I usually do. Okay, MH Gaming ji said for first forex now fixed. Acha, MH Gaming ji said first of all he liked forex trading. Now he switched to the fixed time mode. It's completely fine. So now the problem with the fixed time trading, or what I can say, the fluctuation is, we can usually go ahead on fixed time trading mode, but considering the factor, we have to reduce our risk to reward ratio, right? So what you can do in this situation, guys, go ahead with the smaller amount on fixed time trading. And if you're thinking about keeping a huge amount of trade, so this is what I did on my trading account. So if I'm thinking of keeping the trade with the higher volume, I usually switch to forex, and here you can see the last trade which I have executed on Brent yield me the profit of around 120%. I invested 3.9 thousand USDT and ended up making 4,550 USDT. So in forex is majorly, it's a patience work. You can make a lot of money in forex, but you have to understand how forex works first of all. So don't worry if you are seeking for any confirmation. If you are looking out for a simple strategy in fixed time trade or forex trade, we can definitely have a healthy conversation on that, guys. Okay. Let's go to your comments. Let me read all your comments and then we'll switch back to the live trading part, guys. Mr. Gidon said, fixed. Happy evening to everyone. Happy evening to you too, sir. Hello, sir. How are you? Mr. Webb said, I'm doing fine, sir. Tell me, how are you and how is your trading going on so far? Mr. Adarsh ji said, भाई कोई अच्छा indicator बताओ जिसमें trade कर सके. In fact, I'll teach you a very excellent way where a lot of people do use the strategy that we'll be discussing it for today on the forex mode. What I usually do is I also suggest client, but this specific strategy can be used in fixed time trade mode and the forex mode as well. So be very careful and be attentive in the today's session, and that's all. The profit can be easily made on that part. Mr. DJ Gaming ji said, hello sir, how are you doing? MH01 said, great profit. So thank you very much, sir. This is just a part of profit that we made for today, using especially on Brent. Guys, I hope you have seen my last stream. On last Friday, I told you all of my major traders, even if you have seen the live stream, I told all my clients that there is a very good probability for Brent to rise because the value of Brent reached to $80 per barrel, which was an excellent level. I'll show you how I was able to be very confident on that part. Okay, so are we okay? So let me first of all close my 100 rupees trade. I think that was the enough of the profit that we made on that. Let me just close a trade on that, and around 18% profit we made. Let's close it. Okay, nice. Yeah, we were on the Brent. Okay, so here once you switch the graph to 1 day duration, right, and zoom out, you will see $80 per barrel. Based on this, act as an excellent level of support. As a trader, as an investor, guys, you have to know the basics of trading, which is support and resistance. If you'll see, $80 per barrel acted as a very good level of support, and that is what we know for sure. And what I did, I basically took a lot of trades on forex. You see, $8,000 I have invested. I made like $1,119 in it. The second trade I went with 3.9 thousand and $4,500 here made. Not only this, around $1,600 we invested, 619. All the trades are executed around the same time for your kind information, guys. Not only this, on another sub account of mine, if you'll check this account specifically, you will see I ended up making $847. And recently, while having a conversation with you in the live stream, I ended up making around 32,000 rupees. Just I closed the trade. So that's how efficiently, we just use a moderate set of multiplier of 20. And if you could have used a higher multiplier, the profitability would be through the roof. That means more than 200% profit can be easily made on that part. So that is what the forex trading opportunities are there. In forex you can get a lot of trading opportunity, but you have to be, be attentive about that. Okay, let me read your comments once again. Okay, Navnaj ji said after winning the trade, who is giving the profit? The Olymp Trade company or the third party? Sir, you basically trade with the liquidity provider. Broker act as an intermediary part. So, सर जी मुझे भी forex बता दो. Sir, it's very easy to make money in forex. You should know support and resistance level. Okay, so if you guys are interested, especially on the forex, we can have an exclusive session on forex, guys. Okay, let me know into the comment section how many of you are willing to have a session on that. Sir, do you any forex signal? Acha, Freedom Ji is trying to ask, do I give you any forex trading signals? I try to give you forex trading advice or the trading opportunities, and execution would be completely based on your own call. Uh, okay, and there is another thing that which I wanted to tell you. Copying my trade, the stream which has been displayed on the YouTube has been with some sort of delays. Now if you try to copy my trades, be very careful. There is a delay of 30 seconds to a minute duration. Copying my trade, you can put your trades onto the risk part, so be careful about that as well. Akshit ji asked a very good question. FTT में stop loss कैसे use करे? In Akshit ji ने fixed time trade mode, there is no stop loss there. Unfortunately not. In forex, yeah, there is an option for closing your trade anytime if you want to, but not in fixed time trade mode. It's available in forex mode only. Okay. All right. So let me just quickly read your comments, and then we'll be doing some live trading part. Mr. Akbarji said fake signal slot $5,000 in a week. Who has given you the fake signal, Mr. Akbar? I'm very sorry if you felt like that. So, Mr. Freedom says, sir, I make a huge profit in trading live from my live trading channel. He is a pro trader. I finally made 67k profit in a month from the fixed time trade. Congratulations, sir. Congratulations. I'm very happy that you guys are making profit. Nice. Okay, so let's jump to the main part of trading. Guys, Brent has breached the level of $84 per barrel. Now, if it, let me give you a little hint about this. Now, if Brent again falls or tumbles down to the level of around, if you see an example, it would be around $84 per barrel. If it falls very close to $80 per barrel value or $81 per barrel value, holding a trade with the moderate set of multiplier of around 20 can yield a very good return for you guys. So keep a very closer look on this. Now the second entry, I was very keenly observing the value of gold. Now the value of gold has been very close to 2,344. Last time in the last Friday, if you have joined my webinar, I told all my clients there is a good probability for gold to rise, and gold was trying around 2,334 level was the time on which it was struggling to be up there. And in a day, then it moved from 2,334 to suddenly around 2,352. So it acted as a very good level of support at that moment. Let's open around $300 trade. We shouldn't be using, I think 50 multiplier sounds good at that moment. Anyways, so a buying level could have been 2,350, but anyways, if the market tumbles down below this level, I'll open another trade to add to the existing trade. We call this process as hedging, guys, to improvise your position in trading in order to make the profitable there. We invested around 300 rupees. I thought it was my USD account. Anyway, so 300 rupees won't do any harm to us. Okay, guys. So for today, as you can know, the name of the stream is jackar strategy. Let's try to open few trades using this strategy. Now what I will do, I'll try to explain you how this trading strategy works. It doesn't really matter what status you are having. So let's just suppose you have advanced status, expert status, or starter status. I'll make sure that I'll teach you how to craft this trading strategy using different set of indicators and oscillators. All right. Okay, let's begin our conversation. Let me switch to my trading account. All right. So market seemingly volatile right now for the crypto composite. It's a huge fluctuations happening right now. Okay. Mr. Navnath said more webinars and suggestions are required on forex trading. If you are looking out for special webinars on forex, you can join the special webinar by our senior most financial analyst, Mr. Thomas, exactly around I think 6:30 according to Indian Standard Time, guys. If you want, you can join the special webinar with our senior management team as well. That was a good suggestion. Thank you very much for your suggestion, sir. So, okay, so let's not divert from the topic. For today's stream, we'll be taking some live trades on one of my favorite trading strategy, and we call it as jackar strategy. Now, what does it jackar means? Let's skip that name. Let's try to understand how jackar works. So I'll give you a little demonstration how SMA works, right? And then I'll be using 50, 100 and 200 SMAs to work up with the strategy. Now I want you complete attention on this because this trading strategy is amazing in its own term. It's been used by a lot of forex traders, the pro traders, if you may say. They try to analyze the average variations of the candle, and that is what we will be doing. So guys, let's try to understand first of all SMA, what simple moving averages mean, and then we'll try to apply the strategy. Okay, you go to this A symbol, capital A symbol. Let me first of all tell you what SMA really means. So I'll apply SMA here. Okay, the value here is 20. Let me switch the value to 50. I'll tell you why I did that. All right. Okay, we selected SMA for the value of 50. Now what does it really mean, guys? Now in terms of strategy, I'm telling you, right? And then after that, I'll be applying all the remaining SMAs in here. Now in jackar strategy, I want you to complete attention. In the jackar strategy, guys, remember the yellow line that you are seeing here, it is an average of last 50 candles. Now how does it will able to help us? So it is a moving average, simple moving average. Now what does it really do? It is averaging last 50 candles and trying to give us an idea whether there is a 50 level from the last 50 candles. It is averaging it out and it's telling us dynamic level of support and resistance. Now this is the beauty of this strategy. It shows dynamic level of support and resistance. I'll give you an example. So in this SMA, what happens? If the candle, now hear me out guys, if the candle is below this line, then this line will act as a level of what? Resistance. If the candles are below SMA 50 lines, then this line will act as a level of resistance. You see, here the candle was below the line, and here we can only take a trade in downward direction, not in upward direction but in downward direction. If the candles are below this line, then we will take trades only in downward direction. Now the second hypothesis is, if the candles are above this SMA line, that means we will take trades only in upward direction, and the same line will act as a level of support. Okay, it might be a little difficult, but let me clarify it. It's way easier. So in order to execute the trade, we have a very careful idea about this, guys. So first of all, while taking a trade on this simple SMA, then I'll apply to the strategy itself. If the candles are above this line, that means we will take a trade only in upward direction. We have to wait for an exact moment to open up the trade. Now since I told you, if the candle is above this line, that means this line will act as a level of support. So what we will do, the candles started forming upward direction, then started moving into the downward direction. We will not open up the trade unless and until we get the satisfaction on this. So if here the candle breaks this line, if this candle breaks this line, right? Since we will be taking only upward direction trade because the candle is above this SMA line, we will take an only upward direction trade. We will wait for the next consecutive candle to form a green color. That means since this line will be acting as a level of support, we'll wait for the next candle to form should be a green color. If it is a green color candle, then we will take a trade of 1 to 2 minutes duration in upward direction. I'll be explaining it to you while taking some live trades in it. Okay. So remember this. If the candles are above this line, the line will act as a level of support. And if the candles are below this line, then the same line will act as a level of resistance. You may see it very easily. Here the candle touched this line and then moved into the downward direction. Then another time it break this line. As I told you, if the candles are below this line, we will take only downward trade. If it breaks this line from top to bottom, then we will take an downward trend. Now it seems a little difficult. Let's take some live trades using the strategy. Okay. We need candle. Remember this. We need candle while executing the trade to be very close. Now remember this. This is highly volatile market now, guys. It's highly volatile market now. Now taking a trade in this extreme volatile situation, I would never recommend you to it. But if you want, I can switch to a single dollar amount to give you an idea about this, because it would be very risky. First of all, this is not a good trade, right? Don't copy my trade, guys, but this is just an explanation. So see, here the candle was struggling in this price level, so as soon as this line touched this line and then the red candle formation happened, we took the trade in downward direction. As of now, the market seemingly very volatile, right? So avoid taking trades right now, but we took the trade according to the trend, according to the signal that we have received from the strategy itself. This is a simple moving average of 50. So this is just a single SMA I am showing it to you. We have to use 3 SMAs. So this is just a small demonstration which I am doing. We are trying to find out the signals. Okay. So based on the strategy, first of all, we need to watch whether the candle is above the line or below the line. So that was also above the line and below the line. So therefore, considering this line as a support or resistance will be a very dicey situation. So rather than taking a trade on this one, we'll skip the asset and we'll switch to another one. Okay. Not a good signals. A lot of hazy candles happening here. A lot of doji candles happening, guys. Something happened to the market. Marking is very volatile now. Just a second. I think my screen is stuck for a minute. Just a second. Guys, can you see my screen? I think my screen is frozen for a minute. Guys, I hope you can watch my screen, but I think my screen is just recently stuck now. Let me refresh it a bit. Can you see my screen, guys? Because of, I think, some issues, some technical reasons, my screen was frozen for a moment. Okay, so let's look at the last trade that we have taken, guys. It's profitable. Nice. It was a very volatile situation, and therefore we were halfway through the trade, and that is why we switched to the very small amount while executing the trade on this one. Let me go through your comments. I haven't seen your screen. Yeah, Mr. Gidon, this was because of some sort of technical issues happened. My screen froze for a minute, I think. Is it visible now? Okay, so guys, as I told you, the name of the strategy would be a jackar strategy. Now, in order to work out with this strategy, what we will do, let me remove all the SMAs. Okay. Guys, let me know into the comment section how many of you do have expert status. In case you do not have expert status, let me tell you how to apply the strategy manually. You go to a symbol, technical analysis symbol, right? And then you go to indicators. We have to select 3 SMAs, guys. 1, 2 and 3. So these 3 SMAs will be helping us out to find dynamic level of support and resistance. So we click on SMA, and here we'll start with 50 and then we'll try to double every digits after this. I mean, on the first SMA we'll go with 50, and on second we'll go with 100, and on third we will go with 200. Now, while selecting SMA 50, we need to differentiate which SMA is which one. So for SMA 50, no, let's select the green color just for the sake of confirmation. The first SMA. For the second SMA, I would consider you to go ahead with 100. We'll make the color blue for this one. And for third SMA, we will be selecting 200. That's all. Let's change the color to red color. So we will be easily able to differentiate between which SMA stands for which one. So here you will see this blue line. Okay. So yeah. So the green line stands for a very small SMA, which is 50. Blue line is acting as a SMA level, which is 100, and red line is acting as a SMA level of 200. Now we have to give priority starting from the highest SMA. That means, okay, so do we have a signal here? Let me see. If we have the signal, we'll take a trade on this one. So as I told you guys, first of all, we need to understand whether the candle is below this line or above this line. Now, if the candle is below this line, that means this line could act as a level of a resistance, but there is a green candle formation. That means these both indicators are directing or, a non-profitable entry for us. So this is not an excellent resistance. Let's skip this. Is it reversing itself? We want this line to break this line from top to bottom, and then we will take a trade in downward direction. So we are waiting for it. Is it happening? Market is very volatile now for the crypto composite index. Guys, the highest priority should be given to the highest SMA, which is 200. Then medium strength indication was given by SMA 100, and the smallest strength which will be given by SMA 50. For all the new traders, now guys, remember, hear me out. This trading strategy is based on the dynamic level of support and resistance. Okay, dynamic level of support and resistance. So if the candles are below this line, the same line can act as a level of resistance here. Correct? And what we saw, this line broke and then started recovering from this price level, which indicated there is a possibility for a reversal trend happened, and that is why we took the trade in downward direction. We have given 2 minutes for the trade to settle down. Let's switch to another asset. If you don't understand these trades at all, please let me know, sir. All my clients, I'm asking you, if you feel like this strategy is very difficult to understand, let me know. I'll teach you to the easiest possible way. So these 3 lines are SMA 50, SMA 100 and SMA 200. It comprises of all the 3 SMAs here. Let's look at the last trade. How is it has been going? So it is going on the profitable front. Let's wait for it. So guys, for all the expert traders, so the name of the strategy is jackar strategy. In case you have advanced and expert status, you can go to this A symbol, technical analysis symbol, and then go to strategies option here, and you can click on jackar strategy. This is available only for the expert status, but there is nothing to worry about. As I told you, we can manually craft this trading strategy using the different set of indicators here. So what we use, SMA 50, SMA 100 and SMA 200. Now our objective is, okay, so for all the new clients, let me tell you about this strategy once again, so there should be no communication barrier in between us. So there are 3 lines, right? If the candles are below any of the line, may it be green, blue nor red, if it is below the line, this line will act as a level of resistance, and if the candles are above this line, then the same line will act as a level of support. That's all. So if you watch it very closely, guys, this was SMA, I think 100. The candle tried to increase. Now, since the candle was below this line, that means this line has to act as a level of resistance. So it started increasing, and as soon as it touched this specific candle, this line, then there is a sudden red candle happens to be there. So if we are watching the graph for a minute duration, we could have opened up a trade in downward direction for a couple of minutes, and the trade would be profitable for us. Okay, let's try to find some more signals. I think minute duration would have been better in that case. Let's just wait for the good signals. Now, if you don't find the signal at all for any time duration, a minute duration, we can absolutely switch the graph to 5 minutes duration. Okay, now we can see this. For the Asia Composite Index, there is a green line. That means this is SMA 50 line. Now, what we are waiting for, this line to be crossed by this red line from this red candle from top to bottom. Now, since this the candle was below this line, that means this line will act as a level of resistance, right? So we basically are waiting for the red candle to appear and breach this line from top to bottom, and that is where we could be taking a trade in a downward direction. Okay, the candle is not forming anytime soon, so let's skip it. Let's find some more signals. Guys, tell me in which asset are you finding some good signals, and I'll be taking trades on that part. Very close to this line, but there is no red candle formation here, so we will not take a trade in here. Let's skip it. Not a very good signal as of now. We can see the continuous trend is in downward direction. This line will act as a level of resistance, but the candles are not very close to this line, so therefore executing a trade on this one will certainly not good for us. It will go for the toss. Okay, now we can see this line will act as a level of support. I have a risk-free trade of around $60. Let me take a trade on this around 3 minutes. I thought, like, I wish I could have been able to catch the signal at the bottom level. That could have been very effective. But anyways, it's a risk-free trade, so there is nothing to worry about. If the market tumbles down, we will advance a trade on this one. Okay. Let's increase it for around 4 minutes. Now I want to make sure that the candle formation is green after touching this line. If I do hedge on this part, so that would be not a very good idea in my opinion. We need a green candle formation as soon as this line touches this specific line. It's forming a red candle. It was good that we have used the risk-free trade, because we thought that there would be a confirmation, but there certainly isn't any confirmation on this. What I want is the green candle. That's all. Let me switch the graph to a minute duration. Is it acting as a level of support or not? Okay, so the amount would be very high because we have used the risk-free trade. Let's go ahead around $40, normal amount. We are watching the graph for 5 minutes duration. I think around 7 minutes. We can marginally see there is a green candle formation. I'm hedging my trade here. Hedging my trade means I'm opening an advanced trade with the existing trade. Okay, I have some question. I am confused about time. Sir, it's very easy. If you're watching the graph for a minute duration, your trading time should be 2 to 3 minutes. 2 to 3 minutes, minimum 2 to 3 minutes. Now, if you're watching the graph for 5 minutes duration, our expiration time should be double or triple of it. That means like 10 to 15 minutes. Rather than using 10 to 15, we can switch from 7-8 minutes to 15 minutes duration. That is what we can do, guys. So hedging worked, I think. It's showing us on the profitable front. Let's wait for the trade to close. Nice. So you see, guys, the candle was above the line, so that means this line would act as a level of support, and since this line was acting as a level of support, that is the only way we took the trade in upward direction for this. Okay, let's find some more signals in here. I hope we will find some good signals in no time. I hope, because the frequency of signals also based on the market, guys. If the market is highly volatile, then in that situation it would be so here we were waiting for the candle to form a red color, but the candle wasn't forming a red color at all. So yeah, how many seconds are remaining for our trade to close? I think uh, finally guys, our big trade has been profitable. Nice. So the entry was perfect. We watched the candle. We assume that from this level, this line will act as a level of support. So this one trade has been profitable. It was one of the bigger trade. Around $51 profit is what we made on this one. We open another trade of around $34 for around 5 minutes duration, just to check if the market becomes into the opposite direction. Then we have given some extra space for the asset to moved into the same direction. Uh, okay, so we have one question. So Spark Gamer, you said, can you please explain again, sir? Sure, sir. Okay, so now let me teach you about the strategy. Let me find a very good signals as of now, and I'll teach you about the strategy. I'll revise the strategy, guys. So remember, guys, you look into any lines, may it be green line, blue line, or red line. If the candles are below this line, any line, may it be green, blue, or red. If the candles are below this line, this same line will act as a level of support. So here, if the candles are below this line, we will execute a trade only in the downward direction. That's it. If the candles are below this line, we will take a trade only in downward direction. Now, how we would be able to do that? So we will wait if from the bottom the markets keep on rising. Do not open up the trade if you see a red candle there. So first of all, we need candle to touch this line or reverse from this price line. Since will be taking a downward direction trend, the market was keep on rising, and as soon as the red candle formation occurred, which is an indication that this line is acting as a level of resistance and where we could open up a trade in downward direction. Now same in these situations as well. Can you see these lines, guys? First of all, the market start on rising, the candle was below this line, that means we would be opening up a trade only in the downward direction. So we waited for the line to breach this line, and then after breaching this line, there was a red candle formation. Here we could have been taking a downward trade, and the trade would be gone for the profitable front. Okay. I hope you guys are able to understand what I mean to say. So here there is no candle formation. So in this situation, the same line can act as the level of resistance because the candle was below this line. But in this situation, there was no red candle formation, and we haven't seen any red candle breaching this line and pulling itself into the downward direction, which was a thing in this situation, which tells us the signal is not good at all. Not good at all. What about the last trade that we have taken? Still in the profitable side, guys. What we did, we watched the market for 5 minutes duration. We watch on the green line. When it touched this line, this started forming a green candle, right? And which is give us an idea that the market can rise from these moments, and it is in the profitable side. Still working. Mr. Upon artist, just you choose around 3 minutes for $60. So here I'm confused. Why choose 3 minutes? And I want to know why. So what we did, so there was a volatility happening in the market, right? We saw in a minute, we basically selected 3 minutes duration. The reason behind that, the trade wasn't at the level that we wanted it to be. So in this situation, I'll tell you, for 3 minutes duration, we took the trade. But in this situation, we thought the market was recovering, and that is why we took the 3 minutes duration trade here. But as soon as we find out the market again puts itself into the downward direction, and it was an excellent position, and that when you find a signal at an excellent position, then you go ahead with the normal time frame. And if you feel like you are basically delayed in catching the signal, then we can reduce the time duration absolutely accordingly. Dubai live, sir, put 2 minutes. I'll tell you where you want to put, sir. Mr. I'm very sorry, sir. My objective is to teach my client where to execute a trade based on the trading signal. If we find a signal, we'll definitely execute a trade on that. Okay, so here it touched these lines. Okay, it will act as a level of resistance. Let me do it a minute duration. we can see a doji candle formation, but this line has to act as a level of resistance. That means we need a candle around this price into the red color. So this one is touching, and what I want to see is whether there is a red candle formation happening and it is breaching itself into the downward direction or not. And here we will take a downward trade. Let's wait for it. It's a green candle formation. So no, it's a falsified signal right now. It's been confirmed. So what about the last trade we have? Is it on the profitable side? I think we will also be making a profit on this one. Yep. I think both the trades seems profitable for us. Nice. Let's try to switch some signals, find some more. Guys, if you find any signals in anywhere, I would love to tell you where do you find the signals, and we'll take the trade accordingly. So the lines are not very close. The candles are not very close. So see, the candles are above this line. That means this line will act as a level of level of support. But the candles are not very close to this line. So therefore, we are not taking any single trade as of now. Mr. Kamal Swamiji said indicators you are using. So you are asking me about the indicators. Yes. So we are using, sir, three simple SMAs: SMA 50, SMA 100, and SMA 200. Mr. Appan Artist, yes, it was very interesting only. Please explain again time. How can select time for the trade? Sir, I already explained you a couple of times, sir. If you watch the graph for a minute duration, your trading time can be any time between 1 minute or 2 minutes. You can select anything that you want to. 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. In fact, I would suggest you to go ahead with 2 to 3 minutes duration expiration time. Because every trader has a very different way of understanding about, like for me, the majority of the profit that I made was on 2 to 3 minutes duration, and on the higher time frame, I usually select 7, 8 or 9 minutes. This has been tested by me by executing more than 10,000 of trades. Okay, we possibly need to add a signal on this one, but we don't. So let's switch it to 5 minutes duration. Do we find any signal here? So this line has been breached, but this line, so the candle was above this line. So first of all, what happens here? The candle was above this line. So that means this line will have to act as a level of support. But right now it is not bouncing from this price level. Correct. We can open only an upward direction per trade, but it is not bouncing from this level. So there is a no green candle formation happening right now in here. So that means this is a false signal. We'll skip it. Mr. Punidas Mahantji said, please talk to Hindi. Sir, I would love to talk in Hindi, but this session has been conducted especially for our global audience. So unfortunately, I won't be able to speak Hindi. If you are looking out for the Hindi channel, you can switch to Olymp Trade India, and my colleagues are there. Okay. So see, guys, this was an excellent entry. See, so this line has breached, and as soon as it touched this line, because the candle was below this line, that means this line will act as a level of resistance. As soon as it touched this line, then the red candles started forming in here. So we could have taken a downward trade, but unfortunately we lost the momentum. I think just around 2 to 3 minutes are remaining for this trade to recover. So we weren't able to catch the trade around this interval. I wanted to catch this around this interval. So there is a possibility that it can go for the toss because we are little late to open up a trade on this one. Let's find some more signals. We are not finding that many signals. No red line, no acting as a level of support or resistance. Let's skip it. Let's try to change the assets. Okay, the same line can, okay, so the candles are below this line. That means this line will have to act as a level of resistance. But in this situation, it has broken the existing level, and that is why we will not take a trade in here at all. This strategy works like a charm in FTT or forex. If you are looking for taking trades in forex, you can go ahead with minimum duration of 30 or 30 minutes candle or 60 minutes candle, and from that you can select. Mr. Spark Gaming, sir, I need 400 rupees. I have 300 rupees. I'm very sorry to say, sir, but my objective is to teach traders, sir. Mr. Manuel said, cap guys. I didn't get your question. Mr. Arush ji said, zaruri hai kya indicator use karna? Sir, it based on choice to choice. Now, if you are a beginner trader and if you don't know how the candlestick formation works, So then in that situation, indicators become absolutely necessary, because you don't know how the market works and how you will be able to make a trade on that. Yeah, that was a very good question. Mr. Gidon said we still have a signal on crypto comes, but we lost the momentum, sir. We needed to catch the signal at the within first couple of minutes. That could have been an excellent entry, because here if we take the trade for 7 to 8 minutes duration, we already lost a big candle. Now if you watch the candle for a minute duration, no, it's a lot of red candles happen. So this is no, this would be ultimately create a little havoc in our trading account if we open up the trade a little later one. So it was actually excellent entry, sir. We could have made a very good amount of profit if we were keeping a close look on the crypto composite index. Mr. Apanji said, love you too, sir. Thank you. Mr. Afrinji said, when up golden moment, what the crossover indicators? Sir, I think you need to watch the stream from the beginning. I think you joined the stream very late. So these lines, we call it as dynamic level of support and resistance. What we use three different SMAs, SMA 50, SMA 100 and SMA 200. And every line is acting as a dynamic level of support and resistance, and based on that we are actually predicting the state of nature. And as of now we were very good in it. I think we have taken like around 4 trades, and out of 4 trades I think three of them were profitable for us. Have I taken a trade using this? I think it was back in the time trade. In a minute duration, let me see. How did we execute a trade on this one? Oh, so this trade was executed based on another strategy. Okay. So guys, unfortunately, the signals are very less, and I thought like we will be getting ample amount of signals. We will be taking like 10 or 20 trades altogether to find out the best entry point for us, but there are not many signals available in here. But remember, quality of trades matter rather than the quantity of trades, and that is what I believe in, guys. Once you make profit using this strategy, that means this trading strategy works. Now if you want to test this strategy out, you can test it in your demo account or live account, in whichever you are comfortable in. So first of all, thank you very much for being into this stream with me. I hope you enjoyed today's session. If you liked my voice and if you liked today's webinar, make sure you press the red icon, which is subscribe icon, like the channel, subscribe to us. If you have any questions, you can comment in the comment section. I'll make sure I read all your comments. Thank you very much for being live with me. I'll be seeing you on this Friday exactly around 7:30 according to the Indian Standard Time. Thank you very much for being with me. My name is Akash Malhotra, and I'm signing off for today. Take care, guys. Thank you very much for your time. Bye-bye.